Hey everybody, welcome to the Insiders on Real Estate and Marketing. I'm Sandy Hibbard, your host, and this is my co-host, Troy Olson. And we are coming to you today from a wintry kind of Dallas, Texas, where it's rainy and misty and actually cold. So everybody was like scrambling in their closets today to find non-normal Texas wear, right? I mean, sweaters and stuff like that we don't usually pull out before Halloween. I'm excited today. This is our final episode of season 1 of The Insiders, and Troy and I are going to go deep with you on marketing on Instagram for your real estate businesses. So stay with us, get a pen and paper, let's take notes. I'm going to be going through my Instagram marketing series, just a very high level bird's eye view of it, but I will have a link for you later to be able to download that in PDF form, so stick with us, it's going to be fun. Troy, how in the world are you?
I'm good. Like you said, a little chilly. Haven't seen 40 degrees in October in a while, so good to be here. Like you said, final episode. Where did the year go?
I know.
We survived 10
these
episodes.
10 episodes, and how many of them have been during COVID?
7 of them.
7 of them, yeah.
So, I mean,
it's really been weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a weird year, and it's been kind of a different situation to come into a studio when we were scared for our lives and then try to get people to come on and talk with us, and that didn't happen, you know. So it's been a really crazy time, but from what I'm getting, it hadn't slowed up the real estate business at all, has it?
No, I mean, there's less inventory now than when the last time we were here, and a couple listings that have been sitting longer than normal actually have contracted in the last 2 weeks. So now, like I said, we have even less than we did before. So gotta reload the pipeline.
Exactly. And so you were telling me earlier today, how many Zooms do you have planned for today?
There were 8 on the books in addition to the podcast, and then new hire training at 5:30. So I'm.
I asked him. I said, "What the heck are you doing on 8 Zooms? How do you do that? What kind of a person does that all day long?"
Well, that's not a normal day. I mean, it felt like March when everything was on Zoom. So
I know.
No, it's networking group. We did a 1-to-1 since we're not doing it in person.
BNI, right?
Yep, BNI.
Funny story. I have a colleague in New York City who contacted me a couple of weeks ago. I'm so sorry to laugh about this, but anyway, it's funny. And he said, we need a marketing person in our BNI group in New York City. And would you be interested? I'm like, yeah, I would love to do that. And he says, okay, I'm going to send you all the information. So he sends me all the information, and it said 7:30 a.m. And so the next Wednesday, it was on Wednesdays, I logged in, nobody was there. I typed him up, and I said, what's going on? I was there at 7:30. He said, it's Eastern time. And I'm like, 6:30 a.m. a BNI meeting for Sandy?
Yeah.
And so he texted me this morning. He said, is 6:30 a deal killer for you? I'm like, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen 6:30 in the morning since a long time. I'm really sharing too much information on this, but
and BNI hasn't told us when are we going back in person.
I mean, I wanted to do it
this year. So.
I wanted to do it with you, but it's like, can't we have a BNI group that's for late night entrepreneurs like me?
The BNI does lunch and breakfast, so ours is.
Joining you.
We start at 7:45, and if you're not on attendance,
I may be able to crank that up with you. I don't know.
Let me know. We are ready for you.
I know. You need a good marketing person on there. So, all right, here we are. It's fourth quarter, heavy into fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's almost
You've got
Halloween.
Production going. You've got recruiting going. I hear you're doing some flipping. We're not going to be seeing him in season 2. I'll have an announcement on who my new co-host will be, but Troy has his irons in a lot of fires. And so tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing these next 10 months.
I mean, it's always been about production.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 new agents that have come on in the last 60 days. I got a new hire starting. She's actually getting fingerprinted as we speak. And we'll be starting November 1 on the team. 10 years in corporate America, so she's excited to launch her real estate career, and I'm excited and honored to have her on the team. I know she's going to do big things. And got a couple other agents in in the funnel that
What about your agent that just had the baby? How's she doing?
She's good. Actually closed on her house yesterday. So in the middle of having a baby early, closing on a house, moving. They're also building a new house. So her life is a little chaos. But
I see her Instagram feed. She's got a lot of cool stuff.
yeah,
She's going to be a really good agent for you, I
she's
think.
great on social media. I mean, she's got a huge following, and we're going to meet next week and start talking about 2021. We've got those of you are Keller Williams folks. Cody Gibson's hosting his business planning clinic tomorrow, and we're excited to learn from him and implement that into our business. So yeah, between heavy in production again next year, rebuilding my team and recruiting not only for my team but for the market center, working on other Keller Williams recruiting projects within the region. And then, I got back into, it'd been about a year and a half since I'd flipped a house. Yeah. And I've got one going in Frisco that closes November 11th. So we turned that one door to door in 63 days. So from the day I bought it to the day I will close on it, including the remodel, will be a 63-day turn.
So do you have a crew so that you can get them out and get everything when you buy a house like
they
that?
probably saw a lot more of me than they wanted to during the month of October. But when you have that kind of cash in a property, I'm a control freak, guilty. I was there every day, at least once a day, just making sure that the assembly line kept rolling, and it was a great flip for me. Appraisal was in, met value. Excited to get all that money back. And
was it a condo, single family
home, 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,500 square feet, Main Street in Hillcrest in Ohio. So good location. 10, 12 minutes from my office. So like I said, I love building things and I love construction, and to be able to take something that didn't look good and make it look good. But yeah, we had the right crew and the right guys lined up.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
It was a lot of fun, and now we're looking for the next one.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, from all the reports that I've read and put together for my clients in this last month, everything is looking great. Inventory is always the struggle.
Sure.
I guess, right? I don't know how new building permits are going right now.
Well, I mean, new construction, they can't build homes fast enough. Obviously, lumber took that big jump 6 weeks ago-ish. But yeah, builders they're not sitting on a ton of inventory right now either. So we're just going to have to be patient.
But home prices are still appreciating.
Absolutely. I
mean, higher than they were last year, I read, right? And so with the lower interest rates, I guess it's just a great time. You can actually get more
affordability.
Yeah.
So
more house for your money.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, let's jump into Instagram. Troy, I called Troy this week, and I'm like, we're going to talk about Instagram. I want to get your feedback on my Instagram series as to how realtors can take this information and apply it specifically to real estate. I can share with you all day long if you're an entrepreneur or have a different kind of business how we can do, but let's get the scoop on real estate business in particular as we go through my document. And what I have a series that I put together called Instagram Marketing Series. It was a part 1 and part 2, but I've put it together in one PDF, and I'm going to give you the link for that right now. So if you wanted to download it and follow along with me, you could, because I'm just going to be touching on some key points in each chapter. The link is a bit.ly link, so it's bit.ly/SHC Insta branding, and we'll have that down on the screen so that you can read it. Download that, and then we can go through that together here. It's going to be pretty quick. But first, I want to let you know that in Season 2, which we're going to continue on and start next month, my new co-host will be Mark Miller. And you met him last month. He was on with Troy and I. He's the new president of Secured Title of Texas. So I'm super excited about having Mark with me. We'll be doing Season 2 in the same format that Troy and I have done it. We're going to be talking about marketing for your business, for your real estate business. We'll be covering things from homeowners, real estate agents around the country and around Dallas-Fort Worth, sharing their secrets. So it should be a lot of fun. And, of course, with Mark's title experience, it's going to really give a twist on title for you if you're a real estate agent. So I hope you'll be sure and continue to follow us and join us. With all of that said, let's look at this document. And the first thing I want to talk about in this, and if you don't mind, I got some new glasses so that I can see the computer.
Fancy.
Okay. So in Chapter 1 of Instagram Marketing, it's don't miss out on this Instagram moment. And here's the deal. 500 million people a day, and like something like 1 billion plus photos.
It's about the size of my hometown.
Oh, whoa. Are on Instagram every day. Are they going to be able to find you there? So that's what the first chapter covers. And Troy, I think that you can agree with me that realtors sometimes, especially the older realtors, tend to lag a little bit in what they buy into for marketing.
Sure. I mean, speaking from experience, I mean, I was on Facebook before I was on, Instagram.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I think
you and everybody else.
Right. And just, again, personally, I'm more comfortable doing stuff on Facebook than on Instagram, which is why I hire experts like you, to help facilitate that and market and post and all
you.
that. So, again, you don't cut your own hair, you don't clean your own teeth. Why would you try to be an expert on marketing on Instagram when you don't understand Instagram?
Yeah.
Let a professional do it.
Well,
assist
thanks for
you and
that
teach you.
little
So-
plug. And that's true. I think that just to state it simply, you need to be on Instagram. It is the hottest platform going right now. But Instagram is different from Facebook, from your other platforms that you might be on, especially from LinkedIn. So Instagram is a key thing. Chapter 1 kind of goes through the reasons why you need to be on Instagram. But the main reason is that everybody's on it. It's the fastest growing, and it's the fastest growing among younger people. So realtors, if you are developing a pipeline of new clients and new social leads, you're going to have to hit the young people because they're going to be buying houses soon.
Yeah, I mean, some of your clientele may only be on LinkedIn or Instagram,
Yeah.
and the younger ones may not have a LinkedIn profile, but they're certainly on this.
Right.
So,
And that's why you have to be everywhere, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. In chapter 2, we go down and we see that Instagram is growing in popularity. The benefits of adding Instagram to your marketing mix, to your social media presence is super important. You're going to get increased exposure, obviously. You're going to develop loyal fans because people on Facebook love great imagery. They love great short video clips, and Instagram has got all that availability now for you. It's going to generate leads. It's increased thought leadership. So, but it's with a different twist. It's like in Facebook, you can share a link, and the link can speak for you. You don't have to really write anything. You might just say, "Here's another great article I read today on Realtor.com." On Instagram, you can't share a link. So you're going to have to make decisions and give more thought to the content on Instagram. And in that, it makes it much more personal to the user, I believe. And I think that really counts for a lot in developing and generating social leads, increasing thought leadership and awareness, and of course, the main thing, improves sales. Because if someone in your local area is used to seeing you on Instagram, they're used to seeing your beautiful pictures of your listings and such, then they're going to be more inclined to remember you the next time. That's how we do all marketing, right? So in chapter 3, we go down, and in chapter 3, we talk about how to plan and create a branded feed. There are a lot of things that you can do on Instagram. You can just post pictures. Now, if you were to go to my personal Instagram page, which is also my business, I just keep it all on one. I focus on photography because that's what I love.
Right.
So I'm authentically representing me, even as a business owner, that this is what I love. I love to take photography. I love to travel. I love color. I love poetry and prose and all those kinds of things. So that's what you're going to find on my Instagram, and you're going to see that I'll sometimes spin it around to marketing philosophies that I have. So I think that as a realtor, you have such a huge opportunity to take an Instagram feed and brand it to your flavor of real estate. I help my clients do that. So branding it, building it, and planning it is something that definitely I do, but it's definitely something that you need to learn to do if you're going to be on Instagram. And this is what chapter 3 covers. You set an aesthetic. How's it going to look? You're going to plan the content. What am I going to post? You're going to make decisions on your posts, your videos, and your stories and reels. In other words, Troy, do I decide that today I'm going to run a reel on the meeting that you're going into at KW? Yeah, I think I will. So you make that plan. So you've got to make decisions about how I'm going to present my content on Instagram, because now that Instagram has Reels, IGTV, stories that can also cross-post to Facebook, you've got all these opportunities to get content out there. So it's really important that you plan it and you make those decisions that's going to best represent your company and the flavor of Instagram that you have, right? Then you're going to schedule your posts. So how do you think, Troy, agents are scheduling consistent posts on their social media, especially Instagram?
Yeah, and I don't know if they are. I mean, again, it's just, you kind of just fly by the seat of your pants, depending on, do I have a buyer today? Do I have a seller
Right,
today?
right.
Do I have a walkthrough or an
Yeah.
inspection or a closing, or are you previewing? I mean, it depends on what they're doing that they want to present or announce.
Yeah, I agree. It's hard. I mean, I've always said, you've heard me in my classes, and I've told you this a million times, you wear so many hats.
Yeah.
I mean, when Troy goes out of here today, he's going to be recruiting, he's going to be selling, he's going to be flipping, he's a construction guy, he's a title guy, he's this guy, he's that guy, you know. He's all these things. And so, like you said, the last thing sometimes you have on your mind is planning what you're going to post and how you're going to post it. So these are things that are really important to sit down and get into a strategic plan when you're planning for 2021. The most important rules of Instagram in Chapter 4, so let's go down to Chapter 4. The most important rules of Instagram are great photos, timely videos, stories and reels, hashtags, and avoiding text. So what a lot of agents do, and I've seen them do it, and I've also seen, you know, they get some traction in that they get likes from all their other realtor friends, is they get really heavy on text, or they have floating text and they do all these little tricky things or whatever. But I try to stay away from that with my clients, because I think that Instagram is different from the other platforms. I don't think that's bad to do necessarily sometimes, or on Facebook, but your consistent posts on Instagram needs to avoid text. You need to have hashtags that will help people find you. You need to have great images that are lit well, so those professional photos that you have taken of that listing are going to go so far. I mean, not only are they going to be a great ad on MLS to everywhere MLS sends those pictures to, but it's also going to be what your marketing person, or what me, if I'm working for you, uses to put out all over social media. So getting great pictures, getting fun videos that are well lit, well spoken. And then your reels, now we've got 15 seconds to do a quick reel to show what you're doing, what you're up to in an open house or in a listing. All these things. Think quality, okay? It's not just about sharing out a link. It's about building a real curating. I like that. Curating.
Is that a plug
real,
for them?
a whole bunch of pictures that are great. Yeah, curating great content. In the second half of my Instagram marketing in Chapter 5, I start out that section by talking about how to build your Instagram with 4 easy steps. The first one is building key partnerships. Find the people who are reaching your audience and partner with them. So sometimes sitting down and planning your social media is having some forethought, like, who do I want to have follow me? And going into their Instagram and following them. Sometimes even going into a key person, if there was a key person you're wanting to reach, going into their Instagram and just saying, hey, I'd like for you to make a post. You know, maybe there's someone who owns a business here in Dallas-Fort Worth. Offer them to come onto your Instagram and make a post about their business. This is creating a partnership with someone that's, not only are you going to get the eyes of all your people that follow, but you're going to get the eyes of all the people that follow them as well. This is how you start building growth on your Instagram page. So key partnerships are important. Number 2, build your email list and convert followers to subscribers with a great call to action. So you can upload your contacts into Instagram when you're building up your Instagram. Do that. And then in your profile, you want to have a great profile byline that tells a little bit about you. You want to have a link where they can click on you, and you want to use that link strategically. Maybe that's going to be one of the list companies that provides lists of links for Instagram, and it's going to send them to a page where they can click on your blog, they can click on your newsletter, they can click on your videos, and these are ways that you can leverage that social media platform through a link to actually develop leads that can convert to real followers. Number 3, create content that people will share by using great imagery. So I went to my mom's this weekend, and I took a picture. My sister's building like a she shed in the backyard, and the fall leaves had turned bright red, and so I get this great picture with my iPhone, and it's got the little cottage in the back, and it's got all the beautiful leaves in the front. I put that on my Instagram page, and it blew up. I didn't have anything really smart to say, except I was at Mom's, and it's such a beautiful fall day.
It's relatable.
It's relatable. And I mean, I could have gone to Paris and taken a picture, and it didn't get that many likes on it. So it's something that, but it was a beautiful picture. That's what I'm saying. It was a beautiful picture. It was well done. It was all foggy in the background, and the leaves up front were really crisp.
It was a postcard.
So it was. So I think that that's really important to build, is to have a reputation for having great stuff on your feed. The last thing is engage your followers. Someone, a client, emailed me the other day and said, we're wanting to do this and this and this to engage our people, and not enough people are seeing our posts on Facebook and Instagram, and how do we get that up? And I said, engage. Because engagement equals engagement. It will work better than ads. It will work better than anything else you can do, is if you spend an hour, and maybe that's too much, 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening, scrolling through your feed, like, comment, follow, and the more you do that, the more you engage, you will see it grow. And that's tried and proven. So definitely want to do that. Okay, and those are the 4 ways to build your Instagram. So then we go down to Chapter 6, and I go into a lot more detail in the document on this. Chapter 6, we talk about how important is visual marketing, and this is just kind of a section for me to be able to do a little bit of marketing speak and tell you how important that is right now. We are growing up, especially right now, in COVID and being sequestered to our computers, where I think great imagery and great videos are more important than ever. How are you using videos, Troy?
Not enough, but I mean, like I said, on Friday, we're going to go shoot video of the house that we redid.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to show some before and after, but I'll actually be able to talk about it. We're actually going out to a new home community. A builder has asked us to come in, and again, it's good for them. It's good for us. So that's what our plan is right now.
Great content and great visual marketing requires a commitment.
Yeah, I mean, people, like you said, like to look at pictures. They don't want to read.
Right.
So
the first thing out of the box that I tell my clients is, if you get a new listing, get professional photography done, get professional video done. If you can't afford professional video, and I'm not sure those packages probably include that all these days, right?
I mean, again, I use full package media for my photo shoots, but they're also drone certified videographers. When the whole swipe left, if you're there to take pictures of a house, take a good picture.
Right.
You're already there.
Right.
Why take 10 pictures when you can take 36 photos?
Right.
So it's just some agents don't want to do that.
Yeah, so I think that's important in the visual aspect, creating stunning images that tell your story. So you want to create images that are in your style, in your brand. And this is where, when I work with my clients, I really encourage you to bring an authenticity to your marketing. We want people to be able to recognize your marketing and go, oh, that's Troy Olson. Oh, that's Sandy Hibbard. Because that is what creates a connection between you and that person that's on the other side of this technology. So visual marketing is super important. Creating a central focus in your images. So realtors, when you're out there, shooting a room, shooting a house. And if you've got a professional photographer, he knows to do this. But if you don't and you're having to do it yourself, you want to create a central focus on the picture. You know, it's not aiming your camera at the toilet seat in the half bath to show that there's a half bath. Create a focus in that room that is appealing. And you've got so many opportunities to do that with staging and great lighting and stuff like that. So make sure you've got a focus, make sure that it's well lit in the creative story that you're telling with your pictures. Complementing your overall branded look, like I said, appealing to the next generation of leaders and clients. This is why visual marketing is so important. In Chapter 7, the next section down, I'm talking about telling your story with pictures. So again, I'm kind of segueing onto that previous chapter to say that now that you understand how important visual marketing is, how important is it that you use that method to tell your story? And there are endless ways to do that with imagery. So you want to create a visual impact with your picture that's memorable, that draws your followers in. You want to use creative copy that if they're not spending too much time on the picture, they'll go down, they'll read, and it will impel them to go back and look at the picture again. So your copy is really important on Instagram too. Consistency and quality. So again, if you are not posting daily, the algorithms are against you. You will just be pushed further down. So you've got to post daily. The more you post, the more the algorithms are in your favor. So that's really important. And then, of course, the quality. Don't post crap. Make sure that your photos, your reels, your videos have your personality and are fun and are visually stimulating. And then the last thing, in Chapter 8, which winds up the marketing series, it talks about double your exposure on Instagram by cross-posting on Facebook and using ads that also cross-post across Facebook and Instagram. That's huge. And then I add a little extra bonus chapter in there with some details on Instagram ads. I think Instagram ads are super hot right now. So be sure and take a peek at that. And if you have any questions on ads, I do have a special Instagram, Facebook ad program that we do for you. I can give you some pricing on that, and we can go there. The link again to download the PDF for the Sandy Hibbard Creative Instagram Marketing Series is across the screen, bit.ly /SHC Insta Branding. So, Troy, we got to get your Instagram going even still.
That's why you make the big money. Is that a tagline? Don't post crap?
Yeah, don't post crap. It should be a tag. Anyway, it's been a lot of fun doing this with you.
A lot of fun. Thank Jeff Curley and the staff here.
Oh, the people here are great. I love this place.
So
Real News PR, Jeff Curley, Travis Giles, who's our producer. He has been the bomb. We just show up, and they put the lights and the cameras on us, and the rest is magic. So appreciate these guys very much.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to miss you, buddy. We're going to have to do some cycling or do something.
We're still working together.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said.
I'll be talking to you about your marketing, keeping you on your toes there.
Absolutely. I guess takeaways from season 1 is having a lot of fun with this, valuable information. Certainly built my YouTube channel with you. It helped.
Troy's YouTube channel came into being during this time, and we're still posting to it, and I will continue to post all of our clips on
and
that.
I think this is just one platform that helped me stay connected with my followers and with my friends and family and coworker and past clients and vendors and all that stuff. So it works, and again, it's a different platform than just being on social media. But like I said, I had great time doing that. For me, it's as we finish out the year, got to build up my listing inventory. Right. Keep recruiting, and then just stay dialed in. Like I said, we're not. We're doing our 2021 business plan a month earlier than a normal year, just because we want to get our arms around it. And we all want 2020 to be over with. It's just like what else can go wrong type of deal. But we stayed the course, and like I said, the numbers. We surpassed the number, And so that was encouraging. I had my weekly coaching call with my MAPS coach yesterday. She's like, "You seem to be, in a better mood today than you were last week." I said, "Yeah, last week was a rough week." And she said, "Well, what's going on? Why is it so good now?" And I said, I went back and looked at the numbers, and she gave me a homework assignment, which is in preparation for this business planning clinic.
Right.
And when you look at 2020, not just sales volume and GCI and units, but what's in the pipeline for 21, life's not bad. Yeah.
Good.
So it took.
You're the bomb, though.
It took 4 pieces of paper.
This guy works so
filled
hard.
out. But I mean, those who know me, they know the story. I grew up on a farm, was raised by 2 workaholics, and I was raised by 2 perfectionists. And I'm grateful for that to get me to do stuff like this.
Yeah, and if
So-
you're new to real estate, Troy is building a team.
Yeah.
And I can't think of a better guy to work with, to learn the ropes of real estate and learn them right, and to learn a great work ethic than to work with,
Well, I mean,
with Troy.
anytime
And there's
that
lots of opportunities there.
anytime that you can sit down with a new recruit and say, "I've got a marketing person on the front end for you, and I've got a transaction coordinator on the back end, and you get me in the middle." I mean, like
It's
I
a
said,
recipe for success.
it's worked, and it will continue to work.
That's awesome.
So,
Looking back for me over the last 10 months, my biggest takeaway is literally going back to our first episode where we talked about the 10 years. Because I think our first episode, was it in October or November? Or
it was late.
January.
It was either
No,
late
it's
last
January.
year or it was
Yeah. And we'd gone through, the whole next 10 years thing. And Troy and I talked about where we had been and what we had experienced over 10 years. And so my takeaway for the insiders over these last 10 months was how we have progressed over 10 years, over 10 months, and looking at how beautiful that is when we can understand where we've been, we can better plot where we need to go, right? And I think that's what knowledge is all about, and that's what we want to do here on the Insiders, is bring you knowledge to help you build your business. And so that's my takeaway. I want to continue to bring knowledge. Troy will be back, I promise you. He's not going away too far. He's just got to go do some more workaholic stuff, but I'll get him back on the show here to visit with us very soon. Thank you so much for joining us. Troy, thank you again.
Thank you, Sandy. Appreciate it.
And for me, SandyHibbardCreative.com. I do everything that you need to have done regarding marketing. Call me. Let's talk. Let's see how we can work together. Thank you so much, everybody. Ciao.